Hi, my name is Jennifer Youngblood. I'm a USA Today best-selling author and a huge fan of rom-coms. Today I'm going to share with you my top 10 favorite rom-com books and movies. Now just a note, none of these are in any particular order, but they are my top 10. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to tell you about my new book coming out, High Heels and Big Deals. Let's get started. The first on my list is Roommade by Soraya Wilson. I love the premise of this one. The heroine grew up wealthy and is trying to stand on her own, but she can't make ends meet on her teacher's salary. Things go awry when she signs up to be the roommate to a hunky financial guru. In lieu of paying rent, she agrees to keep his penthouse clean and take care of his dog. What can go wrong with that, right? Number 2 is My Not-So-Wicked Stepbrother by Jennifer Peel. I love the clever and witty banter between Emma and her stepbrother. Jennifer drew me in from the very beginning with this one, and I just found myself laughing the whole way through. Number 3 is Royally Rearranged by Emma St. Clair. The tennis match was a fun scene where Princess Seraphina is swooning over her intended column, and then she realizes that he has a beautiful American girlfriend. Number 4 is While You Were Sleeping. Who doesn't love this rom-com? Lucy is so adorable in a girl next door way. I love how she gets her heart set on handsome and debonair Peter. This is fake fiancé romance at its finest. Lucy is mistaken as his fiancé and then falls in love not only with Peter's colorful family but also his working class brother Jack. There were so many moments that had me laughing out loud in this one, especially I love the interactions with Joe Jr., who has an infatuation with Lucy.
Nice sweater.
Number 5 is The Wedding Planner. Mary is a master at planning the perfect wedding, but she has become disillusioned with finding Mr. Right. Her Italian dad tries to fix her up with her childhood friend Massimo, an offbeat Italian who is lovable but certainly not for Mary. She meets the man of her dreams, Steve, only to find out that he's the fiancé of one of her clients. One of my favorite scenes is at the winery where Massimo challenges Steve to a workout.
Stay with me and we will do the manly bonding.
Anytime I need a pick-me-up, I watch this movie and laugh my way through it. I love Steve's expression when he's trying to do the push-ups. Massimo is just blowing through them and Steve is fudging his numbers.
How many? 65. Same.
Number 6 is Sweet Home Alabama. Of course, y'all can't guess why I like that one, right? Being from Alabama. I remember the first time that I went and saw this movie with my sister Paige. She said, "You have got to go and see this movie." And we were in the floor laughing so hard. It reminded us so much of growing up in Alabama. The movie starts out in New York with a lavish fairy tale proposal by Melanie's boyfriend, Andrew Hennings, who's the son of the mayor of New York. Then the viewer realizes that Melanie is actually already married and must hurriedly get a divorce from Jake, her childhood sweetheart. This is where the fun begins. I love the interactions between Melanie's parents. They kind of remind me of some of my relatives. But some of my favorite lines in the movie are when the mayor tells Melanie's mom, "Why don't you go back to your double wide and fry something?"
Go back to your double wide and fry something.
Or when Jake tells Melanie,
Honey, just because I talk slow doesn't mean I'm stupid.
I've actually used that line a few times. Number 7 is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. This is a classic tale of the underdog winning. I love it. Tula made a fabulous transformation from front girl to pretty and chic. One of the beauties of this movie is that we can all relate to feeling embarrassed by our outlandish families. Shh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? One of my favorite lines in this one is, "The man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the head any way she wants." Number 8, The Princess Bride. I grew up watching this one and just knew that I would one day end up with my very own Wesley. I love his dry humor. There are so many great lines in this movie that it's hard to quote a few. The ones that come to mind are, Wesley, when speaking of the dread pirate Roberts, tells Buttercup,
"And then he spoke of a girl of surpassing beauty and faithfulness. I can only assume he meant you."
And then there's also my favorite, "I'm not a wench, I'm your wife." Of course, there's the classic, "As You Wish," that stands for Wesley telling Buttercup he loves her. Oh no, one more favorite that I have to say. Wesley tells Buttercup, Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while. Okay, number 9. A shameless plug here, folks. I can't resist naming my own books as the last 2. Cold Feet was so much fun to write. Albany, the main character, reminds me of my sister Paige. She's spunky and doesn't have a problem with speaking her mind. Albany went off to New York in a blaze of glory to pursue her dream in the fashion world. Of course, she never dreamt that she would end up back in Alabama living with her parents. Well, she certainly didn't expect that she would be doing the alterations on the wedding dress of her high school nemesis, who happens to be engaged to Gavin, the man who broke Albany's heart. One of my favorite scenes is when Albany goes to the grocery store. She doesn't realize that when she was in the car, the seatbelt caused her shirt to come unbuttoned. And so the bow of her bra is sticking out just perfectly outside of her shirt. And so she goes into the grocery store, and there's a guy named Mac who doesn't have very much upstairs, and he keeps gawking at Albany. Of course, she has no idea that he's looking at her bow, and he tells her that he really likes this new New York style that she has, and he asks her out for a date, and she tells him that she'll go. Well, then she goes around the corner and runs into Gavin, and he says something, and she realizes that her shirt is unbuttoned. This really happened to my sister Paige, and I could not resist putting it in the book. This one was a fun one to write. Number 10, High Heels and Big Deals. I just finished writing this one. Presley Jean Madison is on the cusp of hitting it big in the country music industry. She gets the deal of a lifetime, but there are a few conditions that she doesn't feel comfortable with. On the outs with her boyfriend and manager, Presley gets in her car and drives home to Comfort, Alabama. She gets caught in a freak blizzard and has an accident. Who rescues her? Her former crush and playboy Beau Primrose, a fireman. One of my favorite lines from this book is Southern Girl 101. A can of hairspray, a tube of lipstick, and a syrupy smile can do wonders in just about any given situation. Presley loves high heels. She even wears tennis shoes with heels. I can't imagine how she came up with that idea. Thanks for joining me today as I talked about my top 10 favorite rom-coms. Be sure and look for my new book, High Heels and Big Deals. What are some of your favorite rom-coms? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe.